This is Woody's Train House. We thought it might be interesting for you to see some slides that show the construction progress over the past 2 years. So here we go. First, starting with the foundation, adding the block, framing, the beams go in. Here's a crane hoisting one of the beams. Beams in place now. Tying together the old construction with the new. Here are the TGI beams that go in for the ceiling. Electrical work, concrete floors. Here's the roof covering that's going in on Christmas Eve of 2005. Construction pauses for Christmas and for the winter snows. Here's a view down the mountain road. Now we start in on the construction on the interior. This is the construction of the Shelf Railroad, or the so-called High Line. And now we're all done with the construction of the room. Now it's time to turn to the fun part, which is the construction of the benchwork for the railroad. Here is the track level of Penn Station. We're turning over to videos now. This is a view around Penn Station. The building will sit up above this track level, of course, as it was in the old days. And also there is a subway level underneath. We'll have the 7th and 8th Avenue subway lines underneath. Straight ahead there you can see Sunnyside Yard, the passenger train makeup yard. And swinging around for the main body of the layout. In the foreground here is the control console. And around to the right is Horseshoe Curve, the great famous four-brush track curve of the old Pennsylvania Railroad. And to the right is the bare plywood, which will serve as the Hoboken train yard for the old Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad, which will be another layout that's not yet constructed. And here's a closer view of the tunnel room. Trains will enter the tunnel room through portals in the mountain, of course, and people will tunnel portals to go around the trains in the tunnel room. Here is Lionel's recreation of the original 1935 Milwaukee Road Hiawatha. This is leaving Penn Station to start its run through the layout. And another view of the Hiawatha as it rounds Horseshoe Curve and starts on the downgrade. And finally, the California Zephyr rounds the final curve and enters the Sunnyside Yard, from where it will then go on into Penn Station. This is the California Zephyr being pulled by Western Pacific ABA diesels. We hope you've enjoyed your tour of Woody's Train House. Check back often. We'll give you more updates as time goes by. So long.